Let's talk about something that's frustrated me and a lot of other watch lovers out there. You know that feeling when you're excited about a new luxury timepiece, but then the reality hits with those endless wait lists, building relationships with dealers that feel more like a chore, or you have to shell out way more on the gray market just to get your hands on it? It's draining, right? I've tried getting a few pieces like that myself, only to end up waiting months and wondering if it's even worth it. That's why I put together this list of 5 standout timepieces. I chose them based on a few key things that matter to me. First, they had to deliver real craftsmanship and engineering that holds up to daily wear. Second, availability was non-negotiable. No wait lists or hype chases. And finally, they needed to offer some serious value, meaning a solid build quality and features without breaking the bank. These watches aren't just some backups. They're watches I'd happily add to my own collection because they stand strong on their own. I love a good dive watch, but finding one that's pro level without the hassle can be really tough. Enter the Christopher Ward C60 Trident Pro 300. This one takes the classic diver idea and makes it easy to live with every day. The case stays slim with their light catcher design, and you get options at 38, 40, and 42 millimeters. That kind of flexibility means it actually fits your wrist the way it should, instead of forcing you into something that's too big or bulky. Expect to pay around $1,300 on the bracelet, with some versions going up to $1,500. The specs hold up though. You got 300 meters of water resistance even with that display case back, which isn't common since see-through backs often limit depth. The ceramic bezel inserts resist scratches and fading better than metal that can wear down over time. It's powered by a Swiss Sellita SW200-1 movement, ticking at 28,800 beats per hour with about a 38-hour power reserve, and it's straightforward to service anywhere. The bracelet adjusts with screw links, not those flimsy push pins you see on the cheaper stuff. The bezel feels smooth thanks to the ball bearings instead of basic springs, so it clicks consistently and lasts through real use if you're timing dives or anything else. That light catcher case plays with brushed and polished surfaces to catch the light just right, making it pop on your wrist without being too flashy. The dial keeps things clear with wide hands, simple markers, and plenty of lume. This watch isn't about settling. It's modern engineering you can grab now and skip the wait. Some days you just want a watch that gets out of your way and works. That's where the Sinn 556-1 shines. It's all about legibility and toughness straight from Germany. The design strips things down almost minimalist, but that's what makes it so effective. No extras, just a matte black dial and white hands that you can read in a second. The stainless steel case has a satin finish that shrugs off scratches, so you don't need to worry about it during the day. The H-Link bracelet feels solid and comfortable. It's the type of piece I throw on in the morning and forget about until bedtime. Sinn builds these for pilots and engineers, so the 556 carries that heritage. It's low pressure resistant for altitude changes like in airplanes, and handles 200 meters of water. Inside, we have another Sellita SW200-1 movement. It's reliable and anti-magnetic, being certified to the DIN 8309 standards, so it's going to stay accurate around your phone or your laptop. The movement is also visible through the Exhibition Sapphire case back. The case measures 38.5 millimeters wide, 11 millimeters thick, with a 45 millimeter lug-to-lug that fits most wrists flat. You're also going to get a lug width of 20 millimeters for easy strap swaps. So you're going to end up paying about $1,700 on the bracelet. If you value no-fuss confidence, it's going to be spot on for you. It's not a status thing. What you're getting is a tool for life.
What does DIN mean?
So what the DIN meant is, in Germany, when watchmakers want to have their watches certified as anti-magnetic, the German Institute of Standardization has a test. They expose the watch to a magnetic field, and after its exposure to that magnetic field, the watch has to still maintain its accuracy of plus or minus 30 seconds per day. That's what the DIN 8309 standard is. So speaking from experience, travel watches have saved me more than once, especially when I needed to track home and away times. With the Laurier Hyperion GMT, it nails it without overcomplicating things. The GMT hand lets you follow a second time zone easily, and this one is going to keep it clean on your wrist. Most budget GMTs are using the collar type, where the GMT hand adjusts independently. The Hyperion uses the Miyota 9075 with that setup. Set the GMT for your base time, then jump the hour hand for the local without stopping the watch. It makes it quick and dependable at this level. The Hyperion GMT has a 39mm case that's 10.7mm thick, so it tucks under your sleeve easily. It also has a vintage Pepsi bezel that gets darker tones for more versatility. I personally like the domed acrylic crystal for that retro warmth that sapphire often misses. Acrylic can scratch, however, but Laurier throws in polywatch and a cloth to fix it fast. The date wheel also alternates between red and black, which is a fun nod to old school designs. The 5-row Epsilon bracelet articulates well and feels secure on the wrist. Lume splits green on the bezel and the GMT hand, blue on the main hands and markers for clear night reads. It starts around $700 based on its stock availability. I wouldn't consider this watch to be a copycat, but a solid tool with vintage vibes for actual trips. For a versatile daily wearer with real substance, the Formex Essence 39mm hits the mark. It's elegant yet tough and perfect for most days. The 39mm size feels just right these days at 10mm thick to slide underneath the cuff. The dial stands out with CNC cut horizontal lines that play with the light. What really sets it apart is the patented case suspension system with 4 springs between case parts. Borrowed from racing tech, it cushions shocks to protect the movement and adjust to your wrist for better comfort. The movement is a cost-certified Sellita SW200-1, chronometer grade for top accuracy with other upgrades including a Glycador balance wheel. A custom rotor and blued screws show through the back with 41 hours of reserve. The bracelet has a tool-free quick release and a carbon composite clasp for micro adjustments. You can swap to a strap instantly. Brush surfaces with polished bevels, BGW9 lume, and a 45mm lug-to-lug keep it all very balanced. Coming in at around $1,900, depending on the setup, is a great value for this amount of quality and precision. This brings us to the chronograph with roots in racing's heyday. The Seiko Prospex Speedtimer SRQ055 wraps things up for us. A mechanical chrono you can actually get, drawing from Seiko's 1969 originals, one of the first auto chronographs. This version carries that forward in wearable form. It's got a vertical clutch and column wheel. That means the clutch stops the secondhand jitter on the start and saves power if it's running. The column wheel gives crisp control for start, stop, and resets better than cams. The caliber 8R48 drives it with 45 hours of power reserve and a 3-pointed hammer for sharp resets. The 42mm steel case has a hard coating against scratches. You also get a curved sapphire crystal to help cut the glare. And lastly, you get a black dial with Lumibrite and a tachometer on the bezel for clean reads. Coming in at about $2,500 at retail, this watch has solid tech, history, and usability, which makes it one of the strongest picks on the list. These 5 watches let you bypass the frustration and get real quality right away. You get a diver, a tool watch, a GMT, an everyday watch, and a chronograph, all without them feeling like a second choice. So what's the total for this set? Roughly $8,000 to $9,000, which is often less than one gray market piece, and a wiser way to build what you can enjoy right now. So what did you think of these choices? Are there any others that you'd want to add? Drop them in the comments below. If you found this list helped, or you found out about a watch you hadn't considered, hit those like and subscribe buttons, and I'll catch you on the next one.